Welcome to Mission Sonlight Edge from Network 7 Media Center. Our media missionaries journey to the Southeast Asian country of the Kingdom of Thailand. Formerly known as Siam, today's modern Thailand is the 21st most populous country in the world. Over 68 million people live in the country's 76 provinces, and 95% of the population follows the Buddhist faith. The opportunity to share the gospel throughout the country is being shouldered by the 13,500 plus Adventist members who worship in 53 congregations.
Reaching out to the Buddhists through the normal way, traditional way, is a little bit challenging. But we have to go through, use education. We have to use a health ministry to reach out to them, which gave us a longer time to share and to witness in the lifestyle than what we have. So the education and the health ministry really does impact the people there.
AIMS Karat began when a contingency of about 14 parents heard about our school from a teacher's relative in Karat. The parents were looking for an international school because their children were going to an international kindergarten, and there was no international school in Karat at all.
The families visited AIMS Muklek, located in Muklek, Saraburi. At the end of the tour, several families did move their children to the Muklek campus, but other parents kept encouraging the idea of building a school in Karat. Patricia Foster knew it would be a large undertaking.
And I said, why? Why do you want us to build a school in Karat? They said, because we know about the Seventh-day Adventist schools in Thailand. Some of us have gone to summer school at one of the other Seventh-day Adventist schools when we were young. We like your values, and we want you to teach those values to our children.
3 buildings that formerly served as a kindergarten were rented. Due to the size, the structure had to be enlarged.
2 buildings were used for classrooms, and 1 building was used for the administrative offices. In 2009, August 2009, we opened with 16 children and 2 teachers. I would go up as the administrator once a week to help the teachers. And that was not easy because in AIMS Muklek, at that time we had over 300 students.
Today, the AIMS School in Karat is seeing the fruit of the labor of love that teachers and staff have poured into the students and their education.
Thailand is a Buddhist country. There are only 1% Christians in Thailand. And Buddhism is part of the Thai culture. It is a very important part of the culture, and it's very widely practiced.
90% of our student population is Buddhist. When we started the school with 16 students, none of them is Adventist Christian. And when we continue to grow our population, more and more Buddhist parents send their kids, their children to our school. And one of the questions that we ask our parents, why are you sending, your children to school, to our school, is first, of course, they want to learn English, but on top of that, they said that we found that your school is quite different from other schools that we've seen before.
Children at the Adventist International Mission School in Karat are predominantly Buddhist when they enter, but when they graduate, they have a firm foundation in Christianity and in Jesus, their Savior.
They said that they believe in ghosts, but when our students started learning in our school, they started not to be afraid of ghosts anymore. And they said that they started to learn to pray to God instead. So when one of my students told me that, I asked them, what do you mean by you started praying to God instead? Who is this God you're talking about? Is it your God or our God? No, it's your God. It's the Adventist God that I'm talking about. So that was really an inspiration for me to hear a child saying that.
As the teachers questioned how the school was different, the parents described why the school was so important to their families.
What the parents have seen in the Seventh-day Adventist schools that they like are our values. Some of the values are similar to those, but some of them are not. They have been impressed and fascinated by Christianity. So much so that we've had parents that buy Bibles for their children and encourage their children to read the Bibles. One of our parents was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she had a limited time to live. She chose our very first teacher, Teacher Lynn, to be her daughter's second mother.
We could see that when our children comes back to us, we could hear them singing about Jesus. And we were wondering who that Jesus is. And then they would come to us and tell us Bible stories about Jesus. And we don't know who that Jesus is, but we started to come to know him more and more. Maybe not personally, but at least we could hear some stories from the Bible that their teachers tell them at school.
Students who enroll at Ames typically attend from kindergarten through grade 12.
And because of that, from kindergarten until grade 12, they are learning about the love of Jesus Christ. And I really mean the love. I don't mean theory. I think the love is practiced by our teachers, and I think the love is expressed by our teachers of God.
The Ames Karat School is still located in the 3 original rented buildings. Teachers and students face obstacles of not enough space, flooding during the rainy season, and a location next to a busy highway.
We have the property, and now we have the blueprints to build a school that has been designed very nicely by one of our parents, who is an architect. We have one wing that's 2 stories, and we have grades K1 to grade 12.
With the new design, the school will be able to spread out and plan for future growth.
We have the space for a computer lab, a space for science lab, space for a music room. And then the wing adjacent to that is for administrative offices, the cafeteria, and the library. We have designed these blueprints so that we can continue building with this building. And our future plans are to have an all-purpose room that can house an auditorium for the activities of our students, and also a church on Sabbath. And we look forward to that in the future.
Our school is not only giving good quality of education, but we are there to mold and nurture their spiritual aspect. We believe that the only thing that they can bring to heaven is the character. That's why we are not just teaching there. We are there to build their character.
I would like to really give my thanks and deep gratitude and appreciation to all of you who take this mission as seriously as we do by donating the funds that you will to help these children to get into a place that looks like a place that God would give.
We would like to express our gratitude to all of you for being so willing to help us, to help our mission here in Thailand.
The children of Thailand need to hear more about the Jesus who can give them hope for a future, an eternal future. Your gift on Sabbath, December 29, will build a school where teachers can nurture unusual faith in their students as they teach everyday education. Uniting the Seventh-day Adventist Church in giving to the 13th Sabbath World Mission Offering, we are the media missionaries of Network 7 Media Center. Reporting from the Thailand Mission, this is Mission Sonlight.